Hey everybody, what's up? I thought, you know what? Why don't I just give a little bit of an update? I haven't posted lately. I've been pretty busy. A little bit down on some days. That's just the fact of having chronic illness. Um, but I felt like, you know what? Let's do an update. So I've got a couple of things I want to update on, and I'm going to do maybe a few different videos. I don't know, maybe a few different days somehow. We'll see how it goes. But the first and foremost is to talk about, family and health and what's going on in that realm. The other stuff's exciting, don't get me wrong, but nothing's more exciting than family. Family's doing great. Felicia's working in the ER still at Presbyterian, pregnant with our son who's due on Thanksgiving. She's moving to a part-time role at Presbyterian in the ER. It's hard on anyone to work a 12-hour shift in that ER or any ER in Albuquerque for that sake. But she's doing great with it. We just launched the Facebook page and Instagram for Haverson Books and Haverson Books and Media. Her book is up there. She's written a book, a children's book about her experience, as if kind of telling a child what the experience is like to carry a child as a mom. And so hopefully you enjoy something like that, especially if you've got some young children, and maybe it resonates with you, and it's almost like telling your story when you read it to your kids. So follow that. Her photography will be up on that as well, links to her PicFair page and all that. So she's rocking it in really every aspect of it. So that's great. Daughter, amazing, right? She is intelligent, compassionate, fun, all the things that you want in somebody that you love. And every day is just amazing. I really enjoy that this time period with the pandemic, we've been at home and I spent a lot more time with her, and I wouldn't really want to have it any other way. Nothing more important than the time that we get to spend together. So she's doing great. Health-wise, I've been pretty busy this summer. I wasn't teaching much at C&M. I'll be returning to that at the end of the month. The refresher is full, I think, by the way, just so you know. The health stuff, it is what it is. For those of you that don't know, I had ulcerative colitis since I was 9 years old, struggled with that through young adulthood, had a little bit of some indications of cancer spreading throughout my colon. So we did some chemo, didn't work, so we just cut the dang thing out. That was years ago. And since then, I coming back from Iraq, I can't say there's not a relationship to the burn pits in this necessarily, but coming back from Iraq, I've had more issues. And so there's two major diseases that qualify as inflammatory bowel disease, not irritable bowel syndrome, but inflammatory bowel disease, ulcerative colitis and Crohn's. So I was recently diagnosed with Crohn's disease. So, why not just get both of them out of the way? If I'm going to have one inflammatory bowel disease, let's just do both. Unfortunately, it's much harder to treat than ulcerative colitis is, less understood, less treatment options, but there are some. I receive infusions every 8 weeks. They take a lot out of me, extremely, extremely expensive. We're talking, I think the last bill was $18,000 was my cut of one appointment. So yeah, that's fun. Thankfully, I do have copay assistance, so that really helps out a tremendous amount. It doesn't help me as much though, as I would like. It does give me a little bit return to normalcy, but if I'm saying, am I back to 100%, accounting for my old age, but if I'm back to 100%, I would say the treatment gives me about 60% now. And I haven't actually developed antibodies to this one. I've developed antibodies to all the other infusions we've done so far. So fingers crossed, I think we're probably gonna be upping the dose and upping the frequency every 6 weeks. That unfortunately wipes me out, but I do get some really good days in between, and that's great. A little thing about pain, I have autonomic pain syndrome. So what that means is because of years of GI problems, my GI tract is sending a signal every time the muscle moves and basically takes the food, turns it into poop, sends it on the way out. That happens subconsciously 24 hours a day generally. And so I have constant pain signals going to my brain. So I see a pain clinic physician that makes me just really remember how the stigma against pain works. Just because I don't look like I'm in pain doesn't mean I'm not in pain and that I'm looking for pain-seeking meds. And even if I am looking for meds to control my pain, it's legitimate, right? Well, recently I mentioned, hey, I've got this new pain in my abdomen, which is why I'm there. And she says, oh, well, you're getting older and I'm not gonna help you treat that. You need to go to someone else. Mind you, she's my pain doctor. You need to go to somebody else to get that treated, because as we get older, we just have aches and pains that we have to deal with. Listen, man, if I'm coming to a pain clinic and they've already diagnosed me with an illness associated with pain, and I'm saying, hey, the pain's getting worse, don't tell me that I'm getting older and I should suck it up. So I hope that person has a good career. She won't be mine much longer. And I won't say necessarily her name. Maybe she'll jive with someone else, but she's definitely not jiving with me. And think about this, though. I see a lot of physicians, a lot of practitioners, even medics. We all kind of do this sometimes. We get a little tired of folks that abuse the pain meds, and we use that to apply to anybody that's in pain. And it's absolutely disrespectful to the person who is genuinely in pain. And I don't want to be compared to somebody who is seeking narcotics just to feel good about myself or to deal with the trials of life, as some people do. I don't want to be compared to that person when I'm asking for pain medications. I think it's supremely disrespectful to basically put me into that category, and anyone else that has pain. Anyways, a little rant there. So, daily struggle. What do? We just try to deal with what we got, right? So great, cool stuff coming up in the next couple of weeks, I think. And some of you that got some spare time and you want to give back, I've got some opportunities that I want to give to you, and hopefully you'll be able to give back to the greater community in the process. I know this is a little bit long, but hey, haven't updated in a while. Hope everyone's doing well. Stay safe out there. Be kind to one another. And let everybody be their own person and judge them on their own merits, not on everyone else's. Peace.